Okay, everyone, so I'm going to do a little presentation here on Rudolf Steiner and the Waldorf education. All right, who was Rudolf Steiner? He was a German philosopher, educator, and scientist. He founded the educational system of philosophy called anthroposophy. This is a formal education, therapeutic, and creative system established by him. It was founded and opened the first Waldorf school in 1919. Steiner's human theory. This is based off of a 7-year cycle. It combines physical, mental, and spiritual development. Balanced development, imagination, and creativity. Each phase is a, quote, coming of age time, and each stage must be fulfilled completely. What is Waldorf education? It is a school that provides a detailed and richly artistic curriculum that responds and enhances the child developmental phases from early childhood to high school. It is based off an understanding of human development that addresses the growing needs of a child. They strive to educate their students completely by transforming what they learn into an art that educates the child full circle. It is the fastest growing educational movement in the world. What types of curriculum do they have? It approaches all aspects of schooling in a unique and comprehensive way. It's designed to meet the 3 phases of childhood from birth to 7 years, 8 to 14 years, and from 14 to 18 years. Teachers are dedicated to create a genuine enthusiasm for learning. Steiner stressed to teachers that the best way to provide meaningful learning is to use age-appropriate content that enhances healthy growth. No media is allowed. I'm going to pop up a little video here on the screen that kind of shows us what a Waldorf school is like. This is from Philadelphia.
Also, from the iPad to Xbox, your kids are plugged in. So why are some of the biggest minds in technology unplugging their kids on purpose?
We're experiencing a little lag here. Just give me 1 second.
Sending their own children to schools without a single computer. They're called Waldorf schools, and they are unplugged on purpose.
Fox 29's Karen have visited a Waldorf in our area where they think children should explore without a tablet in their hands.
Philadelphia's Waldorf school is in Mount Airy. The philosophy isn't just low-tech, it's no-tech. There are no computers, no batteries, nothing that beeps. It's totally unplugged.
The most obvious thing you realize is all of the toys. There's no electronics, no beeps. They have things that are made of felt, real wood, and kids can use them together. Pine cones. This is their nature table. And they also have a PlayStation over here that kids can create the objects themselves. Here they've got a marble roll. Over here they've taken these enormous blocks and made them into a balance beam. And they can actually move the furniture. These children have created a little fort to just hang out in.
Lead foot, that sewing machine. Toot your recorder. This old-time stuff and old-time values is from an old-time movement. It was created way back in Germany.
All right, so that's just a little glimpse into a Waldorf school. Excuse me. So I have actually visited this school in Philadelphia before, and they actually have popped up all over the place. And I find it fascinating that they really don't allow any technology. They let the kids use their own creativity, use natural materials, and just be kids without the outside technology. Even though in this day and age, technology plays such a huge role in our lives, obviously this school is private and by choice if you want to send your child there, but I just think it's an interesting way to educate. We're so used to using technology and we're very dependent on it that it would be fascinating to maybe observe or work in a Waldorf school for a day. So in the preschool and kindergarten classrooms, the teacher creates a warm and loving environment to make it feel more like home. There's 2 basic ways of development. They use domestic, practical, and artistic activities that the child can imitate. An example of this is painting, baking, gardening, handicrafts. They encourage the use of imagination by telling stories and allowing free play. They act out scenarios and use toys only made from nature. Examples are pine cones, wood, stones, and shells, and that's just to name a few. Sequencing, sensory integration, eye-hand coordination tracking, and appreciation for language and other basic skill sets, the foundation for academics in kindergarten. Elementary to middle school, students will learn with the guidance of a class teacher who will stay with them for about 8 years through their education at the Waldorf School. Their curriculum includes English based on the world, literature, mythology, and legends, history of the world's great civilizations, science that includes geography, astronomy, meteorology, physical and life sciences, math that includes algebra, arithmetic, and geometry, foreign language, art, music, handiwork such as knitting, sewing, and woodworking. And in high school, this time is dedicated to help students develop their full potentials as scholars, athletes, and artists. Their curriculum includes phys ed, humanities curriculum that includes history, literature, and knowledge of world culture, arts and crafts like calligraphy, drawing, painting, sculpture, science that includes physics, biology, chemistry, geology, and a 4-year college prep mathematics program, performing arts, and a foreign language. There has been great impact of the Waldorf education in the field of early childhood. Currently, 1,000 Waldorf schools in more than 60 countries and 200 in the U.S. alone. There are 60 teacher training institutions worldwide. Families choose it for its views of child development and profound respect for their children. One of the fastest growing education movements in the United States, and it's changed the idea of how students should be taught. And that is the end. Thank you so much for listening and watching my presentation.